Hello everybody and welcome back to Agrarian Skies 2. Been doing a little bit of work in between episodes, continuing down in the sub-basement. So one of the first things I needed to do was extend the ME system down here. So that's done. Got a crafting terminal. And the other thing you'll notice is this new room over here. So if you'll recall the last episode we did a darkroom spawner here. Right, that's seeming to be working great. You can see it's slowly gathering materials. We've got several other things coming in, some treasure bags. I'm going to open those up and see what's in them. Got some gold coins, some more gold coins. Oh wow, mundane amulet, some gold coins, diamond, gold, a ring, and a splash potion of harming. I'm not going to mess with that. The ring and the amulet, I'm going to wait till I get into Thumbcraft because I'm not entirely sure what those do. But what I'll do is go ahead and take these up here, and I'm just going to put those right there. The splash potion of harming, I put my potion shelf out here, so I'll put that there, and then the diamond gold can go there, and the gold coins can go there. We've got more than a stack of those so far. Any other potions? That's not really a potion. Okay, so next thing, what I want to do is go play with this new room I've built. And what we're going to be doing over there is using the auto spawner. So the auto spawner is something that came up during some of these, let's see, this one, the mob spawning quest. What's an auto spawner and a safari net? We're going to get a single-use safari net and a full heart out of it. Got the full heart. Now I'm going to just, actually, I'm going to use this new room for, wait a minute. Alright, so here's what's going on in this new room. Got an iron door here with a lever holding it open right now. Some red net moving over to this auto spawner. The auto spawner has mob essence coming in from the darkroom area, power, a grinder. So what's going to happen when we put a loaded safari net, reusable safari net in here, it's going to start spawning copies of whatever is in that safari net. That'll get ground up. So that's great. If we want more gunpowder, we capture a creeper, stick it in there, and then we're getting gunpowder. Same thing with just about anything else. There's a couple of items that I've missed here. I'd like to be able to turn that grinder off just so that I can take care of one of the other quests, which requires me to actually kill the things. So what you can see, with no signal, this idle counter is gradually decreasing. You set the signal, and now it's no longer moving. That means the grinder is effectively turned off. So now, if I spawn something in here, which I'm going to do with that, that's kind of irritating that I got the sound effect, but hey, I've got a creeper in here now. So if I stick him in there, close the door, turn that on, in just a minute I should have a creeper. And I am really only going to let one come up. Alright, he's already trying to kill off torches and do all kinds of crazy stuff. Fortunately, the explosion damage did not hurt anything. But I can already tell that one of the things I'm going to want in here is a some sort of block-based light source. So I'm going to spawn another one. And try to actually kill him this time. Okay. Awesome. So the reason for that, if we go back out of here, there's another quest over here. I think it was in Learning. No, it was in Sky Farm. No, it wasn't. Where was it? Mob Hunter. That makes sense. It wants me to kill 10 creepers. I've got a total of 8, so I need to get 2 more. And what's great about that is it'll give me 2 spawn blizzes. Guess what's going to go in the next couple of safari nets? I'd like to get a blizz in there to get blizz rods. I'd like to get an enderman in there to be able to generate ender pearls kind of on the fly. Lots of neat stuff to do now that I've got this room. Just to go over the controls again, this switch controls the spawner. This switch controls the grinder. The grinder is hooked back into the same system with all the rest of these coming off of the darkroom spawner. So I don't think creepers will be terribly useful in here, except to take care of my that quest. So I'm probably going to want another safari net and some other stuff. So a safari net, let's go through that crafting, by the way. A safari net is some ender pearls around a gas tier. Ender pearls come from killing endermen. Gas tiers I've gotten from sifting soul sand. Say that 3 or 4 times fast. So I've got another reusable safari net now. I've got 20 ender pearls in the system, so that's good. There's a few more over in that barrel if we need them. The auto spawner is as so. It's a little expensive with some emeralds, but with the auto sifter running upstairs, emeralds not really an issue. The magma cream, we just needed to get some glue or slime balls or something like that. Glue can be had. How was it that we get glue? We can melt various things down. Thought there was a way to get one from rubber, but I could be wrong. Oh well. I think magma cream can use gelatinous slime, blood, glue, slime balls, etc. A ball of glue is useful for various things. Leads, channels, florbs. Okay, you can melt glue down to get a rubber bar. Anyway, there we go. That's how you make some of that stuff. Let's finish up some of these other quests that we're going real quick. So under assembly line, I built several of these things. The lumberjack or the sawmill will give me some cocobolo wood. Alright. The neat thing about the sawmill is it gives you more boards or more planks from wood blocks. The cyclic assembler, you give it a pattern and it makes whatever that is for as long as it has materials. The energy confuser is used to charge things. Red print is used to copy settings. We're going to get a secondary reception coil. We'll head and make a couple of augments for this one. I'm not really planning on using these, which is why I'm not really going through them. They're all in NEI. And same kind of thing, right? So next up, we've got our auto brewer and auto disenchanter, which are kind of cool, especially since we're getting a few items. Oh wow, the system's blocked up somehow. Let's find out what's going on. You know, I bet, okay, mob essence is fine. I bet this chest is full. Yep. Alright, that is the problem. Okay, let's clear out some of these bows to make some room, and that should allow the system to kind of get moving again. Yeah. Alright, so we need to build a system that will prevent that from happening. I'll have to go deal with that. But for right now, let's just go put the bows in the trash. I'm going to be really careful using the trash can because it's going to throw away and destroy anything. Let's see. I'll go ahead and put the secondary reception coil augment in there. You can see quite a collection of augments. The flux modulation booster gives me 4 times the energy, also 4 times the fuel, and reduces the efficiency of whatever you're using. I just chose to make more dynamos because you build 4 more of them, it uses 4 times the fuel, you generate 4 times the energy, and we don't lose the fuel efficiency. The pyroclastic generation is for cobblestone, stone, or obsidian in the igneous extruder. I've already got that all set up. It requires a resonant machine to install this. Not really that interesting unless I really need a ton of cobble. The secondary gearbox, we could probably do that. I just haven't needed to. The secondary reception coil gives me better processing speed, but it uses more energy. So far, I don't really need it. Again, secondary reception coil, secondary transmission coil, same thing as the flux modulation booster, except 2x instead of 4x, but it also uses the fuel efficiency. Stabilized frame, that might be useful for some of the items to get secondary outputs. And finally, the this one allows you to get power off of a dynamo from other than the top side. I'm already all set up. So that's just walking through the dynamos and really why I'm not using them right now. Let's put the wood up. The red print I'm not using. The redstone flux capacitor I probably will use at some point. The compression dynamo, not really. At least not right now. What's next? Ooh. Tesseracts. Tesseracts are fun, but I think I'm going to go with the auto brewer and auto disenchanter. So the auto brewer, ooh, I'm going to need a blaze rod for this. Do I have a blaze rod? I do. This basically lets you make all kinds of potions pretty quickly. We'll make ourselves a brewing stand. Make ourselves some repeaters. Here we go with the auto brewer, and now the auto disenchanter. It needs nether brick. Nether brick can be had by smelting netherrack. I'm going to need 4 of that. let's go, we can smelt that right here. One nether brick. And now we have an auto-disenchanter. The auto-disenchanter is pretty cool. Gonna walk downstairs and get some things set up to use that, and I'll be right back. Alright, so I decided not to set up too much, just to use this power conduit that was right here for the auto-disenchanter. And basically what we can do with that, let's head down here to the spawner and let's see. Let's grab that. It's got projectile protection. That one's got feather falling. Yeah, that'll be good. I'm going to take the heads out of here just for my collection. And we'll dump some more bows while we're up there. I really need to make that system work a little better. But anyway, what we've got, I made a couple of books and put them in here. So when I put this leather cap with projectile protection in, it should auto disenchant that, and I end up with, well, it's going to have to generate some work first. This can be a slow process, but I basically should end up with a book that I can use to enchant something else with that. This is not fast. Okay, got an enchanted book of projectile protection 3 and an unenchanted leather cap. Same thing here. I'm going to get feather falling 4 off of these boots. And the filing cabinet is so I can file my enchanted books. There we go. So I'm going to, let's see. Where did I end up putting the heads? I think I put them in here. I did. Excellent. Got a witch and a spider to go with the Enderman, the creeper, zombie, angry zombie, skeleton, and 7 of me. That's not as much fun. And there we go. We've got a book of feather falling and some dyed boots. So I'll store that in there, and there we go. The next thing, let's grab the reward for that. These things are going to require something that's locked. Alright, let's get this tesseract going. Actually, let's do a condenser, a matter condenser. That's one way to potentially build a trash can to actually get something useful out of it. Right, let's get some fluix dust. We just need 1. Alright, so the matter condenser, I'm going to move it down here to the oh, you know what? I'm going to need a memory cell. I think I can get away with just using a small one there, at least for right now. this works the way it did last time, you don't need 2 stored energy. So basically when you get 256 items in the condenser, it'll make you a matter ball. You can also condense into a singularity at 256,000 items. I might do that. Seems to be working, so we'll go with that. Okay. Let's see, what do we want to do next? I need a chest for storing safari nets over here, and I probably need to do something with that. But I kind of want to get the tesseract rolling. Actually, I'd really like to get that creeper quest done. I'll do the tesseract next episode. Got everything set up. I need to kill 2 more creepers for this to be done. So let's let some creepers out. You know, I probably could leave the system on, but I really don't feel like taking that kind of chance. Not with the grinder turned off. Alright. Assuming it picked up both of those. All killed. I get the spawn blizz, a half a heart, and a reward bag. I think. Oh, one or the other. Let's pick up the half heart. Alright, now we've got this spawn blizz. And what I would really like to do is catch him in the safari net. Because now what I can do is take the creeper out of there, put the blizz in, close it up, turn the grinder on, and I should start getting blizz rods out of this thing, which would be awesome. There we go. Now the grinder only has a 5-block effective radius, so there are some areas in here where it won't catch them until they move. The reason I did that is that the auto spawner would sometimes spawn outside of a 5x5 room, and I didn't want that to happen. So yes, I did turn the system off while I was moving away from it. And I'm just going to go over here and clear this out a little bit. I'm going to take the basically the things that I know how to build, the golden helmets, the especially things that are not enchanted or enchanted with, you know, less interesting things, and get rid of them. And let's see what we got. A potion of weakness, 20 coins. That's potentially useful. And eventually I think we'll end up with our blizz rods over here. I'm going to let that run for a minute. and using regular item ducks in there, so it's going to be slow. I'll put the extra spawn blizz in there. Oh, still got a chest plate. Deal with that in a minute. And the heart goes in here. You know, I could have just gotten that chest out of that system right there. That would have been way too effective. I'll toss him in there. And let's see if the blizz rods have made it over yet. They have. There are 2 blizz rods sitting right there. Happy as they can be. So just because I like them, I'm going to go ahead and put them in here. You can see I left myself a little more room for items. If I notice certain things coming on, like, for example, snowballs, that I can basically build barrels for. And you can see, got some more ender pearls. So let me take those upstairs. Eventually, I'll probably will expand the ME system to just accept all of these or use them as storage, but I haven't done that right now. And I think that'll about do it. That's really what I wanted to accomplish during this episode, is knocking those, getting those quest rewards, getting this going, and unlocking some of these. So, a horrid monster has been killing adventurers in the Nether. Hunt it down and restore it. Ooh, kill the boss. That's lovely. Pig persecution wants to kill 30 pigs. And 20 zombies. This will be fun. Got to get through a lot of different things. I'm going to build a more efficient way of letting me manually kill them. That would be effective. It would be very helpful. For assembly line, got to get the Tesseract running. Power grid. Yeah, a few things to take care of there. Miscellaneous stuff here. And we're almost done, I think, with Tinker Toys. We've just got a few. I still need to make Signalum. Signalum blend is... Oh, that's right, it requires redstone, and I haven't built that yet. Okay, well, that can all be fun things for next time. I hope that that this has been fun for you, interesting. I've enjoyed it. Trying to make the episodes a little shorter, so we'll see how successful I am. But until next time, thanks for watching.